Once upon a time, in the heart of a modern city, there was a glass tower that stretched towards the sky. This tower reflected the sun like a crystal during the day, and at night it seemed to hold the light of the stars in its hands. At its very top lived Rapunzel. Her golden hair rewrote the story of light with every touch of the wind. But behind this beauty lay a destiny woven with loneliness. The witch of the city was the one who kept Rapunzel in this transparent tower. There was a long digital password on the door that belonged only to her. Each time the witch arrived, she would run her fingers over the panel, enter the password, and ascend into the tower as if gliding. Rapunzel always met her arrival with the same feeling, like a breath caught between hope and fear. Rapunzel spent her days looking out of the glass. The sound of the city, mixed with the freedom carried by the wind, turned into a subtle longing in the young girl's heart. When the light of her hair hit the glass walls of the tower, it was as if a fairy tale began for a moment in the city. Everyone who saw her was enchanted, but the person who would turn this enchantment into reality had not yet appeared. One day, a young prince appeared flying above the city. This vehicle, soaring through the wind, passed by the glass tower, and the sun suddenly struck the golden hair. When the prince saw Rapunzel, the source of the light, his heart paused as if enchanted. At that moment, the world seemed to forget to breathe for him. The prince brought his vehicle closer to the tower window. Rapunzel flinched at first, then a brand new melody emerged in her heart when she saw the warm smile of the stranger. This was a sound like the voice of freedom. A greeting was enough to build the invisible bridge between two worlds. Days followed one another. The prince reappeared at the same time every day. He would glide to the window and talk to Rapunzel. His words were like a wind opening doors in Rapunzel's soul, but there was no way to close the distance between them, at least not yet. One morning, as the prince watched the tower from afar, he saw the witch arrive. She typed a long password with her fingers. The blue light of the screen shone on her face. At that moment, the prince unlocked the door to a hidden secret. If the door could be opened with a password, then that password could also be solved. The next day, the prince took his computer and came to the tower door. The sun had just risen, and the sound of the city felt like a fresh start. The prince worked with codes for hours, deciphering lines, reading data. Every failed attempt strengthened him rather than making him give up. Finally, the panel vibrated and a small clue appeared. Password? The numerical representation of the phrase, "Let down your golden hair." The prince smiled. This was almost the digital echo of the fairy tale Rapunzel had lived for years. He pressed the keys one last time, and the door opened as if a spell was broken. The prince quickly climbed the glass stairs. When the door opened, Rapunzel's astonished gaze silenced years of longing. At that moment, she believed that fairy tales could come true. They headed for the stairs together. As Rapunzel's golden hair fluttered in the wind, she silently bid farewell to the tower. Each step took her a little further from the past. When the witch returned, she noticed the escape. Her eyes darkened. "This fairy tale is not over," she cried. Rapunzel looked at the tower one last time. The prince held her hand. "You are free now," he whispered. Rapunzel walked through the city streets. Each step opened up a new world. The prince showed her the sea of lights and the sounds of the night. As they walked hand in hand at sunset, Rapunzel smiled. The fairy tale was now being written by her own pen, and with every step, traces of freedom and a hopeful future quietly emerged.